Okay, welcome back, everybody. Welcome, Penguin. How'd your finals go? Back to the lore, I see. Let's not waste too much time. Let's just get started right away. Now, what we saw from yesterday was all these side quests that popped up. A ton of side quests. I was expecting some side quests, like I mentioned yesterday, and maybe a hunt or two, but we got no hunts and a ton of side quests. So let's see if we can get through these as fast as possible. And hopefully beat this game tonight. I feel like we're close to the end. But if not, I don't know, I guess tomorrow or the next stream. In search of a lost home. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter. I'll bet one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime. And it was a chance encounter with one such tome from a distance that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. I mean, renowned is like a made-up thing in this
Something
game,
tells
so
me
it's
this is
like
no mere adventure story.
not really giving me anything, but whatever. Went about as expected, but surprised to do decent in biology. Now it's time for round 2. Is that going to be math? In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all of his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with the supply of antelope bones.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Ooh, I wonder if he's gonna like grow more powerful. I don't know. I wonder if he gets stronger. I know there's like a menu for him. Where it's somewhere. I think it's yeah, here. Yeah, I guess he gets stronger, or else this wouldn't be here. Oh, I could change the image. Let's put it on that, even though it does nothing. Not like I can control when he turns into that. Alright, let's just go accept everything and then start doing them. Oh, you got literature next? It goes in 3 periods. I see. The uncles, like everybody's asking us for something. Three's company.
Alive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are 2 key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid
Havel.
principle.
Havel
And he
the
has
Rock.
certain qualms about
Amazing
clasping
name
arms
I've
with, well,
Never heard
with an outlaw.
before
I
Dark
extolled your
Souls,
many
and now I
virtues
hear
as
it all the
best I
time.
could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
50 renown, that's not bad.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Now you're gonna go back to studying Penguin? Oh, for sure. I'll let you know if I need you for something. Man, it's gonna take us forever just to accept these quests. It looks like every main
Clive.
character has something for us to do.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How? And where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Oh, cool. I guess that means he's going to be with us during all the other side
course.
quests. Wonder if we
I
can
want
get
to know
Jill
what's in that
to
letter as
come
much
with
as
us
you
too.
do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
That's the one cool thing I like about this game. I mean, I don't really like the fact that you're alone quite a bit. But it's pretty cool that, actually, is he not going to come with us? I wonder if he's just going to pop up at the side quest. Regardless, my point stands that it's nice that you can, have help from people from time to time. And you can kind of like they'll join you for like the main mission, and you can like drag them along for hunts and side quests.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
I wonder if it's the same lady from the last side quest we did. That was pretty much related to her. Wonder what this guy wants.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
I don't recognize
It
him.
depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Why do I have to do this at all?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav.
And ask
And
him.
since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
I don't know why he doesn't ask Gav.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Well, at least some of these side quests seem like they won't take too long.
Northreach.
Still
It's
so
the best
many
they could have
to
chosen
They've
somewhere
just been
closer.
accepting quests for like 10 minutes.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive.
Oh, this is from the letter. I see.
But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Okay, seems like we have 2 more to accept. And then some people to talk to. So, kind of start off those quests.
What do you
Oh, these
think
kids
happened
again.
to Miss
What they do
Miniver?
this time?
Sid, you have to help us.
I was about to say they look
Good
guilty.
boy. You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
Took apart
No.
the ship.
Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
And when she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
And that's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Ah, right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Oh, don't listen to her.
Oh,
Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
for a second, I was
Who's
like, who
gonna
the
put
hell
Miss
is
Mididol
Mididol?
back together? She seems really sad.
I think it's actually Mid. Yeah.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Well, if Mid is short for Mididol, I wonder what Sid is short for. Trying to get this thing to fly. What's up, Cat? Welcome to the stream.
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it.
We're the Godfather now. I'll take that title.
First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of
Something
the
tells me
Cursebreakers
this one's
before I
going to
set
be
off for
kind of
Old Hill.
involved.
If I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
What's my most anticipated game for 2024? Oh, definitely the Final Fantasy VII Part 2 Rebirth.
Has
And then
Mididol
what, the Elden
mentioned
Ring
a new project
DLC
yet?
comes out as well. I know that's not really a game.
Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children.
Still something to be
You've
excited
inspired
about.
them all to become writers themselves.
Wait,
Is that
is it up?
so?
Oh, it's upstairs. Okay,
We'll need to find some more parchment then.
I'm confused for a second. I thought we checked the bottom and forgot that there was a third floor. I think I've only been up there once. There was like nothing up there for us. Nice place to chill though.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many.
Barnabas.
I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Cid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
Well, we're
You
going
are a
to
good
Ash for
friend,
2 people.
Herman.
It'd be nice if
But
we
the
could,
fact
like,
remains that Ash is simply too
combine 2
dangerous.
side quests together.
Please, even should it cost me my
Since
life.
we're going to the same place.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Well, at least the quest like this is pretty much just go and find one item. Not very convoluted. This is the most interesting audiobook I've ever heard of. It's like actually having a conversation like in a bedroom on how to pay the IRS. Which audiobook? Did I just miss it? I don't think you listed it. Penguin.
What else could be?
Oh, you appreciate the constant live streams? Man, I thought I wasn't even being that consistent. But thanks. I used to be way more consistent. But you know, I mean, streaming is not that, you know, stressful, right? But if you do it, like, I was doing it like every day for a while. But then, you know, can't really do anything else with your time. Because I'd use it. I'd stream during my free time. So if you want to do anything other than streaming your free time, you'd have to like not stream for that day. If only there was more time. Yo, what's up, noob? Welcome to the stream. Game you're probably most excited for is Tekken 8. Nice. Not much of a fighter myself, but that's cool. You get Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, it's taken forever. I heard it's massive. This? The audiobook called This, for real?
What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Cid, that's why.
He's a freaking
The
dog.
day brought him home.
That long ago?
Can't
You're
ask
only
him.
thinking to ask this now? Cid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg.
I guess we can
since
train him how to
last.
talk like those dogs
Clap
on
that there
YouTube.
iron on him to keep
those
him from
buttons.
doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Cid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Maybe he can't understand.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Cid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Yeah, maybe he's smarter than
Not
I give
nearly
him
as much
credit
as you
for.
have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
You were never a fan of Tekken, but the demo got you really interested? I don't think I've seen the demo. Probably check it out.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
Most leakers say the Elden Ring DLC will come out in February. Man, isn't that like the same time, or at least around the same time as the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Didn't that game come out on February? Oh man, I'd hate to have to pick between the two.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Covetors of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
A fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Oh my god, we've been accepting quests for like 30 minutes. I mean, I suppose we're done. Kind of starting off on some of these. It's funny that the Elden Ring DLC will come out 2 years after the game came out. Well, I mean, they were working on Armored Core, or at least some of them.
All right, Torgal.
I doubt they spent the whole
Where are you
2
taking
years
me?
working on a DLC. They also came out with what?
I'm going to need a little bit more
With
than
the
that, boy.
HDR. There were some
Do you have a better hint for me?
some updates to the game.
Unless
Yeah, this game is long. It's
you've already
crazy.
given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria.
Or was it ray tracing that they added?
Why don't we try
Might
the
have been ray
rockery?
tracing, yeah.
I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years.
Yeah, I don't use it. I mean, we beat the game before they
port is
came out
over
with ray
then.
tracing, so.
Fingers crossed the
But
old
I
mooring
think
is
I
still
tried
there.
it out. It wasn't. I couldn't tell the difference really. All right, let's finish off the one here. Yeah, the game is long. According to PlayStation, you know what their timer with how long the game is. What's it called? We're 97% done with the main story, not including all these the side quests don't count. It's just based off the main story. So I think once we finish all these side quests and we move on to the main story, that'll probably be the final main story chain. I have a 4070, so I should use it. Yeah, I mean, I could probably run it. The problem is, like right now, right now I'm just streaming a PS5 game, right? But I have Elden Ring on the PC, and to run the game, to stream, and to record it all on one PC, it's a little much. So that's why I usually don't run. I try to run games as close to max as possible.
Here you go.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! A new set. God, they just keep adding more.
Think you can help?
Wait, that was only one.
How are you doing? Quick look.
Oh, for God's... Okay, we're not.
Always something in there.
I thought maybe we'd be able to finish these side quests and beat the game tonight, but it's looking more and more like it's going to be the next stream. This whole stream is going to be side quests if we're lucky. Might even spill into next stream.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
But NVIDIA cards
I
have separate
do.
modules for
And I
recording.
know to give them a wide
Maybe.
berth. Will any old adamantus do?
That might
Well,
be true, yeah.
With shells, the older the harder.
I
There's a
think-
rumour
I
of an
think you
ancient
can-
adamantus down
you
in
can approach it
Carava,
two ways.
near Old Bidza.
You can do a
What's left of the
hardware.
village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard.
You can record based
There's
on
no reason
hardware
it's lived as long as
specs,
it has.
which
I'll
I
keep
think
that in
uses
mind.
the
Thank you.
the NVIDIA graphics card, and then you can also record on like a software basis, which I think uses the CPU. And I think maybe with Elden Ring, I'd probably be able, like, I mean, you just gotta be thinking about it. You're running it at 4K. I mean, maybe not for Elden Ring. It probably wouldn't be a problem for Elden Ring, but like Cyberpunk, right? Running that game at 4K, ray tracing on 60 frames per second HDR, record the game at 4K, stream it at 1080p, which is kind of more annoying. Like I have to use both OBSs. There's Streamlabs OBS and then the normal OBS. I have to have one of them record if I want to, and the reason I have to have it separate is for the HDR. Because you can, if it's not HDR, you can record at 4K and then downscale it to 1080p for the stream. But if you're trying to record in HDR, you can't stream it in SDR. Alright. And streaming in HDR is also kind of a pain. Alright, we finally accepted all the damn side quests and got a little start on some of them. Although actually there was others that we have to accept in other areas. I guess we accepted the ones here. How many voice actors did they hire for this game? I don't know. We're going to have to count when the credits roll. Okay, so let's get started on these side quests. What should we start with first? Well, let's zoom out. I don't know. Let's go left to right. Why not? You always thought about getting a PC, but I've never been willing to spend the amount of money for a good PC. Well, the good thing about, I mean, it sucks that initial spend is a lot, but once you do that initial spend, upgrading is not as expensive. You can get a relatively, decent setup for $1,000. Even cheaper, really. And then, in a couple of years, when you want to upgrade the graphics card, you can just upgrade the graphics. Or if you need more RAM or CPU. Now, sometimes things aren't compatible.
It's still here.
But usually,
After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember.
Hey, I mean, if you pay...
You might have to swim, boy.
If you pay for, like the online service for, like, PlayStation or Xbox...
Being serious.
It's like...
You two go on without
You'll
me.
almost be saving money for real.
I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy.
Well, I mean, I guess what is it, like... Yeah, because the online service is free. I mean, you need internet, but you need that anyways with the consoles. But you don't have to... I'm still surprised that they charge for online connectivity. It's like something they... Like, back when they first started that, it was a new thing, and it was probably expensive for the upkeep on the servers.
Changed at all.
But nowadays, I feel like it's something they need to get rid of, but
come on,
they just don't talk about it. You've been working on Dark Souls 1 save.
There. I bet I could
You've
still
gotten
beat
every
you.
boss up in your character's level 200. I've been thinking about doing a magic, I don't know what you want to call it, a sorcerer's playthrough. I never used magic in the game. Might be fun to use some magic.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
It's possible to make a better PC for than a PS5 for $500. Yeah, for sure. Depending on where you live, I suppose. But yeah. Started New Game Plus. You wanted to use Artorias' sword. I forgot I gave his soul back to his girlfriend. Went hollow in front of Londo Blacksmith, realizing
Coming
that
here helped me to forget who I was.
the most
Or
gorgeous
wasn't.
killer. I don't know if
Prince
can't remember who she
Son
is.
his
Is
mother
she in the
could love.
DLC? Maybe I just don't know who she is.
Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy?
Oh, yeah. I didn't do the DLC in that game. Unfortunately. We'll go back to it at some point.
This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword.
You want me to do the DLC after this? We could.
Well,
Hey,
well.
thanks for the like, Penguin.
You never
And
stopped
have a good
looking
night.
for me. Did you, boy?
Would I rather live in Australia or Denmark? I live in the US. That'd be my top choice. But if I had to pick from those two, it'd probably be Denmark. I've seen the animals in Australia. I ain't messing with them.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
I think if we try to do the DLC in Dark Souls, we're gonna have to kill quite a few bosses because I started New Game Plus.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
I think at the very least we need to get to the library.
I think I know where we're going.
Sif the small sacrifice. Not to many. Yeah, we need to get the pendant in Duke's archives.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you.
I suppose it's not too bad
Without it,
with in New Game Plus when we have all
wouldn't be
those
who we
cool
are today.
weapons and all that extra
We
strength.
certainly can steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
I'd have to look through my playthrough. I wonder if we ever went to the Painted World. That also, I mean, I know we didn't do the DLC, and I know we didn't go to Ash Lake. Don't know if we didn't go to the Painted World. Charged Sparring Sword. Cavil's Fang. Increases Torgal's attack potency. Even a legendary king surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valastia. Fortunately, we had the help of his fine and trusty hound, Cavil. New Game Plus 4 Kings is a crazy amount of health. I don't think you even need to kill the 4 Kings, right? Oh, I guess if you want to
Sorry
pick
for
the
the
game.
wait. We're ready.
You think if I go back to Dark Souls 1 just to do the DLC, we should beat the game? I was thinking of just doing the DLC and like not finishing the game. Oh, for the Lord Souls, you need that to open the doors of the golden. Yeah, I think with the golden fog gates. Yeah. I wonder if the DLC in Elden Ring is going to be a late game. Because I did New Game Plus for that as well, so we're pretty much at the beginning.
Mid's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
For the golden fog gates, you need to beat ONS. Oh yeah, I know to get the golden fog gates, yeah, you need to beat ONS, but to unlock them, don't you need to beat the lords or no? I forget. How to unlock the golden floodgates. I mean to open them, not to just unlock them. What else do I need? I got the oil. Yeah, I think I looked it up once. There's surprisingly very, very little bosses you have to kill in Elden Ring to beat the game. So getting to the end of that game won't be too much of an issue. I wonder if Torgal has a different chain. We got an item for Torgal. Have we always been able to equip stuff for Torgal? I just haven't. ONS. Open golden fog gates, beat all bosses beyond the fog gates, access to kill in the first flame, yeah. Let me check this. It'd be crazy if I was able to, like, equip stuff for Torgal the whole time. Oh no, this is something for us to put on. I guess we can take this off. We don't... Oh my god, I can't believe we still have this. I don't even have this ability on anymore. Ice Age damage by 12%. Reduces the cooldown by 1.5. Flame Breath. The healing potency might be helpful. Reduces Judgment Bolt cooldown by 9 seconds. I think maybe that. And now this, we don't really need the money. When equipped, the pet commands are executed automatically. Torgal will adapt. It shouldn't be an item. It should just be standard. I think these these items we got for the deals are just pre-order, right? Increase attack, heat wave, rising flames damage, 10%. Oh, I think we have that on already. Damn. Defense by 30. Oh, 40%? Damn, I think we might take that one for real. Increases combo damage. Okay, correction. You're going to go for that 40%. That's a huge amount. I think we'll just leave this for now. Armor does almost nothing in New Game Plus Dark Souls 1. Well, I don't care about that as long as my weapons still do tons of damage. Ah, there we go. More oil. For some reason you like Soul of Cinder, no cutscene, no dramatic entry, just sitting on the bonfire waiting for the chosen undead. For that. Alright, have a good night, cat. Okay. Done with that. Let's go accept this quest, I guess. Court King's New Game Plus is kind of broken. If there's only one left, keep spamming explosions, waiting for the next king to spawn. It
Why the
might
hell would Victor take
might
the
be worth
parents?
investing in some magic. I didn't use much magic in pretty much any of the Souls game. That might be a good idea to do. Oh, this dude is still here.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The Hideaway.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned, and they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Pyromancy's best because you don't need a stat to wield. Oh, we're going to be a New Game Plus. Could always put points in intellect.
You need to
I think
evacuate. No. Your place,
using a staff.
How long do
But you have access to more magic with the staff. You got Chaos Fireball or something. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know the magic in the game too well, so
lies again by the sound of it.
I just try a little bit of everything.
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You know, sometimes
You're making a mistake.
Sometimes I wish we could just like choose a different path in this side quest.
Come, Clive.
Where we can just like
If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to
we can
help save
just
the
go
town.
sit on a hill.
Right.
looking down at this village and watching them be ransacked and just
You lied
murdered.
about being one of us? And you're lying now.
These guys like change their tune so fast, it's crazy.
Raving about now.
Lord Furder.
Cid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Cid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
Let me guess, he went to go fight the Akashic himself. Oh, maybe not.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They don't tire. And they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
It's you who should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go, bearer!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go.
Come on, then.
Go on. Go.
Just go. Just go.
Lubor. Wait. Someone's coming.
Go. Come on.
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well,
These kids are smarter than everybody else here.
stop smiling.
He keeps this whole place going.
Crazy when they found out he was there, they just like switched into like this mob.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, How do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather around if you don't want to die.
Yeah, I'm sure their solution is pretty much to ask me to do it. Wonder who that Assassin's Creed guy is. That dude back there in the back looking. Don't remember him. I'm sure we've met him
Allow me
before.
to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage, and they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalimil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalimil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalimil will not be safe until it is eradicated root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalimil.
Man, this quest is taking forever. I suppose we
Looks like everyone's ready.
Suppose we just accepted it. Now, which one was it? Lines in the sand. Aiming high. I think it was actually, yeah, this one. And we can teleport them. Okay, let's finish this quest off and move on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Man, at this pace, it might take us 2 days
There
just
it
to
is.
do the side quest.
The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
Two streams, I should say. If we're playing a whole day, this game wouldn't have taken us that long. Alright, I did kill these guys at some point.
We can't leave a single one alive.
Oh, nice! I can charge my magic. I'm still learning things about this game. You can charge your magic apparently, and attack with your sword, even if it's like a punishing move when they're on the ground, and then still throw your magic after them. Perfect. Just what I was waiting for. Oh, damn it, dude. That I don't get what it is with the timing on this. It's so terrible sometimes with this game. Nope, again. Smacked by the easy enemies. Oh, I didn't even see that move coming. Oh, I forgot about it in the break.
Well done, Togo.
And that almost took his whole stagger gauge out. Crazy how much stagger that does to normal enemies. Already staggered again. Just made it. That move, even though it's like also an AoE attack, it still does a ton of damage. Especially if you can manage to get it during a stagger. I mean, you could always prep it, but
The League is disbanded.
that time we were able to do it
I should get back to
mid
Dalimil and see
stagger.
how the others fared.
Yep, easy. I mean, it comes with the territory. We've been doing all the side
Akashic
quests
we
and
were
all the
able to
hunts.
find have been dealt with.
Everything is going to be
Seems
pretty
that might
easy
be
from
the
this
last of
point
them.
on.
Last of them
Maybe the
here,
final
perhaps.
boss will give us some
Look,
challenge,
Clive has returned.
but I doubt we're gonna struggle. I don't foresee
Clive!
having a
What
grind.
news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character.
It's
It is a
wild,
stain
dude.
on
That they
ours.
went like they
We
swung
thought
from
only
one
of what we
direction
perceived bearers to
all the
be,
way to one side and then
not
back
what
all the
you
way to the other
truly
side.
are. The man who saved Dalimil
Hey,
twice
thanks for
over.
coming to the stream, noob. I'll see you next time.
But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
See ya.
Firstly,
Have a good night.
That you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat? How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
I knew there was zero chance this dude was going to leave.
About the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
I wonder whose kids those are. Maybe they're... actually, I think they're orphans, now that I think about it. I think they might have mentioned that at some point. You know, I think we have enough points, actually, to get the Genji's gloves. Nice, nice. Another item. For our little display in our room. It'd be nice if we got an item to make our weapon. I mean, I suppose I could look that up. Might not be the worst thing in the world. It'd be nice to have it. All we're missing is like one upgrading material. But who knows? We do all these side quests and we might get it.
Ready, go?
Or we might run into another hunt. And get it from that. And so if I do look it up, I suppose it's just going to be at the end. Like we have no other option. I mean, we technically don't need it.
Here we are again.
We're already like super over leveled compared to everything we've been doing so
If you
far.
were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide?
I'm more curious just to see how it looks. But you know, the extra damage is quite nice. Hey, look, another Adamantoise. Oh, this is for mid, the shell.
Looks like we found him.
It'd be nice if we could just use the other Adamantoise shell. If I remember correctly, this dude was no joke. No, he's not as tough as the other Adamantoise. I remember that move hurting quite a bit. It's nice to see, like, you can pretty much only hit him in the head.
Too slow.
Or she gonna get bounced off, and that's like automatic. It seems like it's automatic,
Nice try.
what's called, extra damage. Oh, look at that one. Never mind. I'm not getting bounced off. Cool. That actually did quite a bit of damage. Much more than I was expecting. Yeah, we mastered that ability. I haven't paid attention to how much damage it actually does. Well, maybe if we get another stagger, we can check. But he might die by then.
Too slow.
Oh, that. I forget what the. Oh, actually, never mind. I wonder if we should. I know we got a 9-second reduction to the Judgment Bolt. It'd be nice if we can get like something like that for Blizzard. There was one that was like 1.5, but that's really not that much. Okay, well, Blizzard's not ready. Oh, that sucks. I don't think we're gonna be able to use that for stagger. Now whatever. Yeah, we might be able to use it non-stagger. I forget he's dead. I guess we'll just have to remember for next time. Alright, we got the shell.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
So that's another quest done. Oh no, there's another one here that we haven't even started. Wonder how many more of those there are. 1, 2. 2 quests that we haven't even started. Oh, I forgot about this side too. Damn it. I was looking at this. I was like, oh, there's not that many left. Well, the one at the hideaway is pretty much, I'm assuming, Mid's. And now it's done. We just have to go talk to her. Alright, so let's do this, I suppose. Oh, I think this is the one with Joshua. And the will. Maybe this won't be as bad.
Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
You would think these guys would come to the hideaway.
You found a letter from
If they
Father.
serve Joshua.
Yes, I have it here.
What kind of servants make their king come to him or come to them?
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
No. Let's see, I know that I asked much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family, yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the blight still looms. And only with all Rosaria striving as one might at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. It'd be nice if you give us a nice sword.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor.
Our inheritance is just more work.
Who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
Is it going to be Jill?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
No, that would make no sense.
Shall we then?
Why would it be Jill? Let's go and finish this off so we can at least have another one completed before we start that other one. Oh, it's kind of an old lady. Guess it makes sense.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father,
I wonder if that's somebody we met at the beginning of the game,
me with the
and I just
delivery of a
forgot.
gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live.
An extra accessory
Indeed, he
slot?
was taken from us
That'd
even
be
before
nice.
they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with His Grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
That poor monster's had a
What say
head.
you, Joshua?
Or has had a...
What else?
Had a... Oh, what's the expression? I can't even think of it right now.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must...
But that thing has been marked
be hasty.
for years. Wild. Well, let's do that one. Hopefully it's just one. And we get... Because we need 2 stones. 1 for each of us.
Ready, girl? Run like the wind. Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Oh man, I'm getting sleepy. It's not even that late. I'm falling asleep. Oh, there he is.
There it is. For House Rosfield.
Thought I was. Oh, that's a pretty cool enemy. Don't usually fight griffins too often in these kind of games. Oh, he's got Garuda's ability. That's interesting. Just in time. Even that didn't really make a difference. What? I couldn't even see when that... Okay, that one I could see, but... I couldn't even see the telegraph attack. You guys see that potion I just used? But that trinket giving us 40% sure as hell made quite a difference.
Too slow.
Okay, let's pay attention to the thunder. See how much damage it does. Wait, does that hit? Oh, it hits twice now. Couldn't see what the first one did, but the second one did 8,000 damage. I'm assuming there was another number. It wasn't just like the 8,000, but I couldn't see it. Damn. How the hell our father was gonna kill this thing? Who knows? No icons. That ability is just as dumb when it's used against me.
Nice try.
Remember how much a high potion does? Almost seems like there's like no difference between a high potion and a potion.
My strength is yours.
Maybe we should try the thunder when he's not staggered. Let's see. See if we can see it this time. 8,000. 8,000. So it's probably just double.
Nice try.
Because that move never used to hit twice. So it is kind of wild that it does this, that it does now. Pretty much doubled our damage in that move. Just by mastering it. I mean, I was expecting, you know, like leveling up your abilities for them to do more damage. Seems pretty obvious. I wasn't expecting them to have different animations. It's a nice touch. Heartstone. Still no item for our sword, though.
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Yo, Ezekiel. Welcome to the stream. Was it? Yeah, this was. I think this is where she was. Yeah. Let's see what she gives us.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so
You have this game, but you haven't played it for a long time. Yeah, I've been dragging my feet playing this game.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If
I've been playing it since it came out, and I just haven't had the time to put too much time in it. Or I'd put time in other games. So here I am, 6 months later, still playing it. But we're close to the end. As soon as we finish all these side quests.
Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the
I
enormity
sure hope
of
this
the
item's
task he would
actually worth
entrust
it.
to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you.
You've had
Lady
Final
Gonitha,
Fantasy 16 since
for remaining
October
the
or September.
steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Did you end up beating it?
There is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was
Ladies
incomplete.
G.
Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Gonitha.
You're level
on behalf of
31.
my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you
I
for
see,
your
I
loyal
see.
service.
Yeah,
As
you
do I.
probably have some more to
My
go.
Lord, Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The Founder's Grasp. I think we're like level 46. But, well, that's right, I was waiting to get... Oh, we haven't even mastered it yet. I think that was the one I wanted to master, yeah. Oops. Let's see here. Yeah, level 46. But I've been doing all the side quests, and I've done all the hunts so far. So, unless you do all that stuff, you might not be at at this level when you get to this point. Now, I wonder what that item is for. Or where the hell it is. Well, it's not a curiosity. There's no way it's a crafting item, is it? Doubt it's a consumable. Oh yeah, there's a ton of abilities. Yeah, we're pretty much endgame. You know, spoiler warning. Yeah, it must be an accessory. Let's see if we can find it. Talisman of Priming. Don't know if I'm gonna remember the name of it. Was this it? The Founder's Grasp. Fashioned after those pictures adorn the wrist of the mythical founder. In ancient engravings, Archduke Elwin intended to gift these bands to his... Oh yeah, this is it. So just the band. I mean, it's a decent upgrade, so I'll take it, I suppose. It'd have been nice if I could just equip another accessory. What's my favorite ability? Let's see here. I use this one the most. Judgment Bolt. Does a ton of damage. As you can see, I haven't even unlocked Titan. I can't really speak on this. It might be good. I don't know. This one looks pretty OP. Giga Flare is pretty nice, but it, you know, I don't use it anymore. I like Diamond Dust. It does, if you can see there, you get the stars. The left side's obviously attack power. The right side is stagger damage. So this, when I want to stagger an enemy really quick, I use this. And it's also a good AoE ability. And so that's for AoE. This does a ton of damage. And it, you know, the stagger damage is not too bad. I used to have this. This is not a bad move. I might master this next. Because it's I had this for like a large portion of the game. It does quite a bit of damage, quite a bit of stagger. But it also restores HP, which is nice. And, you know, an AoE ability. But right now I have this one equipped. Rising Flames. I have Judgment Bolt. Diamond Dust. Ice Age. And I got some of Odin's moves here. Got this one. I should look into Odin. Oh, I never learned this. I might actually learn this one. I haven't spent too much time upgrading his moves. 5,000. Yeah, these might be pretty OP moves that I just haven't spent the time to look into. Okay, but I think with that, I'm going to call it a night. But we should be on tomorrow. It's good to have the Earth abilities. Yeah, they look pretty good, but, you know, I've been trying to master. So once you, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but once you master, here before I log off, once you master abilities, you can equip them wherever you want. Because you can only pick 3 icons. And normally you can, like if you pick, like we pick Shiva here, right? So you can only use ice moves. But if you master an ability, you can like mix and match. So for here we have Odin. So you would think you'd only do lightning abilities. But since we mastered Rising Flames, we could just slot it in there. So that's what I've been trying to work on. I know there's some moves that would be nice to unlock, but there's also a couple moves where I'm just like one level away from mastering, and that'd be nice to have so I can, mix and match. But I think I just got it. Or actually, no, I think, yeah, the Flames of Rebirth would be nice, but who knows? I mean, we're so OP at this point, it doesn't even matter. It'll just be for fun, technically. Yeah. A little shorter stream today because, got on a little late, but still got to go to bed. So, thanks everybody for watching. I will continue tomorrow. Right now, I got to get some sleep. I'm like falling asleep right now. But if you want to know when I go live, you can hit that subscribe button. And, check out my other Let's Plays. I come on 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I usually stay on from, 9 to 11. Pretty much California time. Yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow too as well. Or I hope to see you tomorrow, Ezekiel. All right. Have a good night, man.